Welcome to Mindless Entertainment. It is Social Justice Wednesday, and I am Social Justice Jessie, here to teach you about being woke and remind you that you're probably doing it wrong. So today I want to talk about It Chapter 2. So this is going to be my review, and it's not spoiler free because you don't need just spoilers for this movie. You need trigger warnings, okay? And don't see it anyway, so I don't care if I spoil it because you shouldn't see it. All right, because I cannot, in good conscience, recommend this movie. All right, and it's not for a lot of the reasons people are thinking, right? Because there is a problem. There is a serious gay bashing scene in the beginning, and yeah, it's upsetting, I guess, but that's not the worst part. And actually, just having that scene in there, just having those two queer characters in there, actually contributes to the bigger problem of this film, which is what we're gonna talk about today. Okay, so here's the problem with It Chapter 2, and realistically this is a problem with It Chapter 1 as well, but I wasn't around to talk about that, so now I'm going to talk about both. Alright, and here's the problem. Alright, so this group of boys, right, you've got 5 boys and 1 girl. Do the math. That's wrong. There's something very wrong there. So right now, women who are more than half the population in the US and about half the population of anywhere are being underrepresented in your film. Now, I don't care that it's from the original source material that Stephen King wrote when he was all coke addicted back in the 80s, and yeah, I guess I feel bad for him struggling with his addiction, but only as bad as you can realistically feel for any white man ever, which is not that much, because honestly, even when they go through terrible things like that, they probably brought it on themselves, and they pretty much all deserve it because they're white men. Need I say more? I don't think I do, and if I do need to say more, then you're part of the problem. Alright, so whatever, it doesn't matter what he wrote in the 80s, we know that we have the power now to change everything. Women can change the world, we can certainly change how a movie is cast. Alright, so there's no reason whatsoever that there should be only one woman with the rest of these boys. Now, I could accept it if you're gonna change Bill. If you make Bill a woman, maybe Bill and Ben should have been women, so we can have a love triangle with women, all right? So we can have homosexuality in this movie, real, more intense homosexuality. What I mean is between women, because lesbians are way underrepresented. We get it. There are gay men in films. There have been. Gay men have done things in history and gotten biopics made, but women, oh my god, women are totally ignored in this respect. Okay, it's just lesbian erasure, hardcore. And then outside of Beverly, point to one other female character in these movies. There's an old woman in Chapter 2, and she's not even real. She's just a figure of Bev's imagination. Okay, you have Eddie's mom in the first one, and she's just a caricature of fat people, which is really insulting, okay? Because fat people are people too, and you shouldn't just make fun of them because of their weight and the really obvious fat suit that they put her in all of the scenes that she's in, because she's in Chapter 2 as well. So trigger warning, if you want to see an offensive treatment of a fat woman, go see It Chapter 2, I guess. So yeah, it's really, really bad. It's pretty bad. It's pretty deeply offensive. If you've ever known someone who's overweight, you should be offended on their behalf, and you should not support this movie and the kind of awful treatment it does to women who are overweight. Because guys, body image issue is a serious problem with women. I don't know if you know this, there's a lot of anorexia and bulimia among women. So when you portray this, when you show a woman that's overweight and you show her in this ugly fat suit and just make her into this huge horrible joke, you're just what you're saying, the obvious subtext there is that fat women are a joke. Alright, it just makes women feel ashamed of their own bodies. So if you don't want that, if you don't want to bring shame to women's bodies, then this film is not for you, okay? Not for you. And so that's my other issue, right? Alright, progressivism at the beginning of this movie where we have gay characters who just get murdered. So, which is really terrible. Why did you put them there just to get murdered? But if you were gonna have any characters, why not have female characters? Why not have 2 lesbians? Because women are, like we said, so underrepresented in your film. But of course, if you're going to put women in, and you missed a great opportunity, because like obviously if you put women in that scene, they're not going to get beaten up, because you can't just do that. You can't just show like a woman getting attacked like that, because you have to show like what the reality is, which is that women are so much better than men. So the women would have attacked the men, right? The men would have gone after the women for being gay, and the women would have fought back and like totally won, and then they would have thrown one of the men over the side of the bridge into the river, and then he would have gotten eaten by the clown, because you know the clown is should definitely be eating the evil white man, and not like a queer protagonist, you know, would be protagonist if he didn't just get, you know, his flesh ripped out in the beginning of the damn movie. All right, so like right there, okay, I mean this clown is obviously homophobic, so whatever, homophobic villains, that's so cool. Just have your villain go around and want to kill gay people, whatever. And then, yeah, so that's terrible, right? And again, like, if you had just done this with women, you would have solved all your problems, because obviously the women are not getting beaten up in this scene, because women are so strong and so beautiful and so powerful. They would have taken those men, like, easily, all right? And then, this is the hardest part, and I saved it till the end, because, like, I knew I was gonna get emotional, and like I'm not sorry, okay? Because like this is real, all right? And so Bev, she gets raped in the first movie. Like you don't really see it, but like you kind of know that her dad does that to her, and that he's like abusive and creepy and awful, and like it's really difficult because it's not just like she's a woman, but like she's a child too. So it's like pedophilia and incest and rape, and it's just like. It's so much. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I forgot to do a trigger warning before I said the R word. Trigger warning, I'm talking about the R word. So, like, if it triggers you, just find your safe space and, like, take some really deep breaths and, like, you know, smell some incense, and it'll be okay. And just, like, come back when I'm done, okay? Because I don't want to hurt you any more than you've already been hurt. It's okay, sweetheart. You're a delicate, special snowflake, and you deserve love, and you deserve everything good coming to you. But the rest of you guys, fuck you. So, yeah. So, anyway, back to where we were. So she gets raped, like, totally insinuated that she gets raped by her dad, which is, like, ugh. So gross, and also like so unnecessary. Like, what does it add to the plot? It's just like a way to just beat up on women again. And so then we come into the next movie, right? And it's like, oh, Bev's all grown up and she's just in an abusive relationship, which is totally like not the narrative we want to be writing about women. We want to be writing a narrative about women where they become empowered and they overcome their childhood trauma and live their best lives. And so like, yeah, she gets out of that, but like you still have to watch this guy like hit her and throw her around, and it's really tough and like super unnecessary. Like it's totally vulgar and like completely misogynistic. I think we can all agree based on that scene alone, this film entirely is misogynistic, because it just like it shows this gratuitous violence against a woman for no reason. Like I don't even know how this serves the plot at all to show her just getting beaten up like that. Like and then she gets terrorized by the clown. I mean, like she should not have been in the sewers with them. She should have just come in at the end to kill the clown and save them, because like, why would you put a woman in a sewer? That's just gross. Like, boys in sewers, that makes sense. Like, all the little white boys running around in sewers makes total sense, okay? But, like, putting a woman down in the sewer, that's just like, what, are you calling her trash? Are you trying to say that women are trash? So, like, basically, end of story, it is, like, super misogynistic. They take the clear misogyny that came from the original source material, because, like, obviously Stephen King is a white man, so that makes him a misogynist. You can tell clearly by reading his books how much he hates women, because he totally disrespects them all the time. Like, you don't even need to read them. Just trust me. Like, I don't even need to tell you about it, because, like, you don't want to hear about it. Just trust me. It's, like, happening all the time in those books. So, that's the reality of the situation. It's really terrible. It's really upsetting. Don't go see It Chapter 2 because it's super misogynistic and you will not be happy with the result. And that's it. That's like, I mean, the one good thing I can say is at least they put like a redheaded woman in there and have someone actually be attracted to her. Like, that's cool. But like, why does she need to go through all the rest of it? Like, it doesn't make up for the rest of the misogyny. Like, giving her, you know, a romantic interest because, you know, she's redheaded. Like, first of all, that's not as important as making a redheaded man that people are sexually interested in, because we don't want to objectify women, right? We want to objectify men. That's okay. They deserve it. It's called reparations, guys. Get with the program, all right? But like everything else is just like misogynistic moment after misogynistic moment after misogynistic moment. I just like really can't handle it, all right? So like don't go see It Chapter 2 because like full on misogyny, full on like almost 3 full hours of misogyny. Like I almost walked out because I was like so super triggered by that movie. Anyway, that's what I got to say to you guys. So, oh my God, please press the like button. I love this. My favorite part of these videos is ripping that stupid wig off and saying, press the mother effing like button. Social Justice Wednesdays, everybody. If you thought that was real, you're a moron. Otherwise, please comment, share, whatever. Do all those things. Make sure you do that oppression thing. The like button likes it. Don't tell him I said that. Him, her, I assume the like button's gender. Oh my god. Anyway, just oppress it. Yeah, stay tuned. There'll be more Social Justice Wednesday next week. If you don't like that, if it's too upsetting for you, there are non-woke videos all of the other days of the week. So make sure you're clicking on the links that are about to pop up. One will tell you about LA cheesesteak reviews. One will take you LA cheesesteak reviews, which is my new channel. Me and a bunch of fellow Philly transplants trying to find a decent cheesesteak in LA, largely failing. Hilarity ensues. And then click on Get Involved with Me if you want to find out all the other ways to find my Patreon, my Teespring, my PayPal account, all that stuff, business contact. You can follow me on Twitter at Jesse Milestone, on Instagram at Mindless Entertainment. Don't forget to follow at Team Jesse on Twitter as well. That is the Jesse fan account that is run by not me. So you guys have a wonderful rest of your night, day, life, whenever time of day you're watching this, and God Empress out.